So the question of why individuals decide or are compelled to commit criminal behavior is one that's been asked for centuries, and we're still not done exploring the answers. I say answers, not answer, because there can't be just one. The question has been asked not just to gain a better understanding of criminals and not do anything about it, but use that information to prevent and lower the incidence of crime in the first place. The issue here is that we can speculate as much as we want as to which crime theory is the most accurate, but we really can't know for sure until we look at the data. We need to know which crime prevention methods are leading to a successful drop in crime rates and increase in criminals who have reformed in order to make any theory determination. Looking at the studies conducted by Weisbord, the data seems to indicate that developmental and social programs have had a positive effect on delinquent juveniles. These programs are community-based and they're aimed at adolescents and reducing antisocial behaviors. The most effective programs are found to be those that were more intense and longer lasting than the others and focused on high-risk youth. The article doesn't elaborate on their definition of high-risk youth, but we can assume this refers to juveniles who maybe come from an impoverished background or live in an area with high crime, live in abusive or in neglectful homes, or have already been exposed to the justice system. Taking that into consideration, the Chicago School of Criminological Theory seems to have a solid perception as to the reason criminal behavior exists. The Chicago School focused heavily on juvenile delinquency. They considered this to be the inception of criminal behavior. They did this in an attempt to explain criminal behavior throughout the life course. Shaw and McKay went on to propose that the transmission of juvenile delinquent behavior was a result of the environment and successive generations of the same behavior. The Chicago School suggested that juvenile delinquency and subsequent adult delinquency could only be mitigated through the use of developmental programs to reduce criminal learning and increase community support and engagement, which is exactly what Weisbord found to be the most effective, judging by the numbers. So I'll end with a real life example. I work in the same town that I grew up in. It's fairly small. So working in law enforcement, I often come across the same names of people that I went to school with, and they're going through the justice system. We have a family here who's known to cause problems. The mother, the 3 daughters, and one of the sons are consistently in and out of jail for everything from narcotics to assault to theft. There is one son, however, who managed to get out and find legitimate means to create a stable life for himself and his growing family. Having watched all of the kids grow up alongside me throughout the years, I can attribute at least part and maybe even most of his successful distance from the family to one thing: his community involvement. He was the only one of the children to join sports, after school clubs, and get a part-time job that helped him grow more connected to the community and learn valuable lessons that can't necessarily be provided solely in the classroom. While these aren't necessarily targeted programs aimed at reducing juvenile delinquency, they did have the same effect as the programs studied by Weisbord.